YouTube, what the crap's going on? Heir of Carthage here, back in the legendary campaign. West Rome, this is the Attila campaign. It's still during a turn-in, so we'll see what happens here. This is the turn-in that I was basically starting right after my live stream. Looks like the Swabians moving forward towards the Caledonians, which probably preferable to me versus them taking that province that I want, but we'll see what happens. So, yeah, I didn't really want the Swabians to be up in Britannia with me. I kind of wanted that to be Sextus' triumph there. Of course, Appius doing a great job on the last episode, killing a ton of Caledonians, which, of course, is just going to open the way for the Swabians to wipe them out. Someone did point out in the comments that it was very odd that the Caledonians attacked Appius rather than Sextus, and you're absolutely right. Stuff like that. I mean, I'm glad they didn't, but, I mean, the AI does make, obviously, some very questionable decisions, and that was certainly one of them. There's basically two options. You know, you attack an army that is completely gutted, or you attack an army that is intact. And they chose to attack the Appius. I trust you've shut up. Get off my screen, goon. Africa wants a peace treaty? I think not. They ran away. Look at that, abandoning Leptis, which means it'll be easily captured. Province is going to rebel, but we can use our extra stack there to manage the rebellion while the other one finishes off the rebels. Rebel scum. Alright, here we go. Enemy killed in battle. That's good. Got some guys that have completed term of office. Let me see how we're doing in terms of gaining some influence here. We can make Sextus the master of horse. Yeah, we'll probably do that, just because we need a master of horse. Master of soldiers. This is the Appius that we know. And he's got 10 loyalty too. This guy's extremely loyal. That's good. Glad to see that Appius is loyal. He's more loyal than Sextus according to all this. That's pretty funny. We could use her to secure more loyalty of Sextus, but I'm not really worried about it. So yeah, I think we're fine. This guy I would kind of like to get killed. He's a governor, and he has a ton of influence. Both of these guys are already governors, though. I'm not going to worry about it just yet. I don't think that there's any big reason for me to get caught up in that at the moment. It's not really playing a big role on anything. There is a Saxon fleet in port, and I'm going to take attrition marching across. The Swabians are going to take attrition, too. Yeah, I'm going to end up taking quite a lot of attrition if I try and march over to Camalodunum. I kind of hate that I can't, but I really probably shouldn't. And I'm thinking about just maybe seeing if our fleet can take care of business here. My ships are a little bit beat up, but I do have a lot of artillery ships. Let's see what the Saxons have here in terms of a navy. Let's see, they got some archer longships, Nordic marauders. I mean, if this navy gets killed, it's not really the end of my world. Thinking about just trying it here. If I do a night attack, then they don't get these reinforcing transport ships, I guess. I don't know. Night attack might just look cool. Let's go ahead and fight this and see what we can do. Let's see if we can sink some of their navy. It'll make it easier for Appius to come in. And like I said, if I lose this navy, big deal. We'll live. If I would have gotten a couple of assault ships ready, it would have been... Oh, it's giving me bad chances because I actually have to invade the city. I didn't want that. I just wanted to attack the fleet. I should have blockaded. I might load back to that and do the blockade. I think I'm going to do that if it'll let me load a game. No, and if I concede defeat, I think it's going to save my game out there. So, but yeah, I don't know. This was kind of a mistake. I want to reload my game, but I think it saves my game instantly after a battle. So, I didn't take any losses though, supposedly. Yeah, it won't let me load. And it's going to try and save my game immediately after this. $20.58.31. Let's see if that's right now. No, that should be right before the battle. Let me load that up. And see if we can just blockade. That way if we blockade, if the Saxon Navy attacks me, then we should be safe. Yeah, I don't know. I want to fight some of their navy. I don't want to fight all their land units too. Here we go. So yeah, got a blockade set. I do have Sextus, who could help me come attack, but I mean his army is pretty throttled here. He's missing 4 units as well. We lost a cavalry unit. We lost looks like 3 armigeri as well. So definitely a problem. We could just pick up a few of those spear units to fill in the gap. We'll probably need a military facility of some sort here. Gonna have to tear down all this stuff. I don't need 2 forums. Let's tear that down. I think we're definitely going to need some consecrated ground. Let's see. Let's tear that down. I can't build a field here. Can I not convert that? Sure can. Let's tear it down and rebuild it. An artisan. Tear that down. There is iron here, so nothing wrong with that. Just trying to think what else I want in this province. This would give us Legio and Mattiari, which would be a big help at the moment. So let's go ahead and build that. And we got a lot of other stuff being torn down. So Britannia, still underway. Let's go check out Africa, where the African rebels have just basically completely abandoned Leptist, where it's basically just going to be an auto-resolve, but I'm still constructing towers. Do we have any slots available? Or is there an onager? Can we hire a mercenary onager? No. Alright, so just leave it be. Yeah, this province is going to be all kinds upset. I don't want this local industry. Do I want the infantry grounds? Possibly so, because I have 1 military structure here, which is a cavalry stables, and that's good. Might actually keep the infantry grounds, because I can recruit armigeri defensores here. So, yeah, that's good. I'm 2 turns away from completing my research. Italy is very safe at the moment. This priest, I was going to take him all the way up here to Britannia. It's going to take him a number of turns to get there, so let's go ahead and get him marching. And let's see, these guys have recruited what they need. So we got a full army here, full army here. Got another full army in Iberius. I mean, we have way more probably full armies than really what we need at the moment. There's a couple of Ebdani champions down here, which is kind of weird to see. I wonder what we're looking at here. Paganism's on the rise. That's good. Just probably going to leave those priests where they're at the moment. I have 1 going to Britannia. I mean, it may not hurt to send 1 to North Africa, but we'll see. It depends on what we're able to build there. Let's take a look around at different things that we could construct and whether or not any of it will be worth their while. Let's move in the opposite. We'll head to our crappiest settlements and move our way up. Don't have any food or anything there yet, so let's just wait. Argentor Tomb is actually fairly upgraded. We could upgrade all the way to this this veteran quarters. I mean, I don't expect to be in great shape in Argentoratum. So we're at minus 51 food. Yeah, or no, we're at 51 food. So we could actually support this in Argentoratum. We'd have a huge garrison. It'd be 10 infantry and 6 archers at Argentoratum. Let's build it. Why not? Those people deserve it. They've held out there for so long. Like a boss. All right, let's see here in Lusitania. We are not making a lot of money in Lusitania. Probably because we don't have a lot of extra buildings here. The growth appears to be going quite slowly. But we're okay. We're doing all right here. These increase growth. Cost of a little bit of food, which I am actually kind of on the rocks with food here because I don't have the extra growth here. The question is, do I need this infantry grounds here anymore? And the answer is probably no. I mean, I'm not under that much of a threat here, so we might as well just tear that down and turn it into food. And then we can also maybe build up this iron smelter a little or something like that. We'll figure it out. So Mauritania. I'm surprised. We're actually doing pretty good here in terms of food and everything else. Public order's pretty good. We could probably upgrade this town center here. That might be the smart thing to do. In fact, upgrade both of them. We have plenty of extra food. Okay, Baetica. We can add another building here. We have 7 growth. Let's just think about... What if we put a tavern here to get a lot of extra money off like a wine market? Let's try that. So if we go, I think it's down the forum line, then Tabernet, and then a wine emporium. We can get up to 2,000 wealth plus extra roads and all that other stuff. So let's do that. And that may help actually improve the wealth there. Terrakinesis. We have 52 excess food. We're about to gain a little more from the upgrade of this farm. But we're also about to use up some of it from upgrading those other buildings. So let's just kind of see where that one ends. Inslay Occidentalis. We probably no longer need that religious structure because I have this one out here that's like all the way up to level 4. I'm just guessing. I mean, are we really about to die on sanitation? And the answer looks like no. Not by a long shot. So let's tear that down. And build something else in its stead. Carthagenesis. Home of Carthago Nova here. So we're upgrading that. So food is only at 71, which doesn't seem all that spectacular. With that upgrading, we should pick up a little more food, which means we could just go to the Great Theater here, get an extra 650 wealth from culture. This one's not going to use up a whole lot of food, so let's go ahead and do that. Theater, and that spends up a bunch of our money. Galacia, we can build another building out here. Public order here is slightly in the negative. That'll change very quickly when that gets built. We've got a sheep pen, and we're upgrading a wheat farm over here. We could actually make that wheat farm here and just convert this to the sheep pen, and we'll make that one the wheat farm. So yeah, we'll convert that to the sheep flock, and we'll turn that one into the wheat farm. We may go negative in the food in that province just momentarily, but it shouldn't be a big deal. Still got 14,000 here to work with. Salty Carthago. Is this capital really doing a whole lot for me? I mean, if we build the amphitheater here, let's tear that down and let's build like a wine emporium or something here. Ooh, we get a lot of extra public order from upgrading to the altar of De Superi, or however, yeah, let's do that one. There we go. So we've used up all of our money, and we are hopefully making good changes across the empire. Let's go ahead and end the turn and see what happens. after this turn in and one more, I'll be able to upgrade all my Armageddon Defensores to... They're going to have a different name because of a mod I have on there, but they're Elite Palatina, and they're going to have very strong attack stats at the sacrifice of a little health, I believe is the way it works. Quite a bit of health, actually. But their attack stats will be substantial. I think the Saxons are going to attack me with some transports and a fleet. Most concerned about their actual fleet. This transports that just rolled up, they're easy to kill. This fleet right here is a bit concerning. These transports are not very concerning. But trying to deal with this fleet amidst all the others definitely concerns me a little. Thinking, rather than risk getting my fleet killed where I don't really need to, let's retreat a little. Because then only their actual fleet could come out here and attack me. And we can just make sure that that fleet stays alive and helps support me. Wow, the Saxons just getting ready to maybe push back a little bit on the Swabians. That would be good for me. No, the Swabians came up and defeated the Saxons. The Swabians are requesting my reinforcements to help deal with... Look at the reinforcements from Argentortum. That's absolutely ridiculous, this huge army. Alright, so... I'm going to kill the captives. We need to rename Argentortum. Go down in the comments... Come up with a new name for Argentortum that fits the nature of its existence in this campaign in terms of, you know, like Patchy's Fortress or, you know, like some come up with something really good for Argentortum, and I'll change the name whenever I hear one that I like. And if you see one you like, go down and thumbs up on the comment you like, or like I said, leave your own. Let's rename it. Let's name it something epic. Let's see what we get here. Bunch of filth-mongering Quadians. I dare you to put your troops out to sea there, Quadians. Double dare you. I think the Empire, the Eastern Empire, is about to kick the bucket in the next few turns. Illyria got killed. Got attrition on one of my legions. That's the one that was sitting right outside of Liguria, so no big deal. Rebellion is imminent in Tripolitania. I don't want to take away Honorius's, so we're going to pull in influence from Appius to gain the position. Sextus is now the master of horse on the campaign. That's kind of cool. Alright, so we can easily take Leptis at this point. Saving my game. We're going to auto-resolve. Alright, so Leptis is under our control. We should be able to do quite a bit with this area eventually. Woo! Let's repair that so we can convert it. What is this? A tabernae. And then, of course, we have a military jetty. I probably don't need a military jetty down here. We're not going to need... We could recruit onagers. And we haven't done it anywhere else, but I haven't really researched that chain yet. So let's tear that down as well. We can use the surplus population here to our advantage as well. Let's tear that down a notch. Get a field started over here. Not going to hurt to have a fishing jetty. Let's see. Once we get the field up and running, we can use this for religious building. We've already got a military building. We're not going to need another one. So, yeah, we'll find something else to turn this stuff into. We'll just... That can be a forum, and this one can be a forum as well. Or should we go... I don't know if we'll need a sanitation building with the main chain that I have, the consecrated ground. It adds sanitation. We'll see. Let's go ahead and just put another forum for the moment. If we end up having to tear something down, we will, but it should be okay. And in terms of rebellion, I'm actually thinking, oh, we can upgrade Matiari now? What do they upgrade to? Let me see if I can find out what they upgrade to. Apparently it does not say. Let's go into my research. Matiari replaced them. It must just be... Oh, it's probably an upgrade from the Carpenter is what it is. We're not actually replacing the Matiari. Yeah, it was just an upgrade from the Carpenter that gives them a little extra missile, increased ammunition. So I've got 10 ammunition on the Matiari there. That's kind of nice. I think we can do the same thing with these Ballistari. So gives them a bit more ammunition. We'll do that before we tear down that Carpenter. Nothing wrong with that. Well, we can upgrade the Maori and Equites ammunition as well. Good. Might as well. Alright. So in Carthage, just trying to think. We're going to put like the wine market or whatever it was called. Public order should be getting considerably better in Carthage over the next few turns. Let's go back up to Britannia now that the snow's melted and take care of a few things. I want to get over here and attack Camalodunum.
Laying siege to the settlement.
It's giving the AI really good chances here. Really good chances. I can't say I fully understand why. It's just Nordic Levy and Nordic Brigade. I mean, they're not even very good. I'm going to encircle. And then if we pull up over here, I should be able to paste this little transport fleet. Chase it off at least.
Hard on the oars, you men. Your orders.
Now, let's see. I'm going to run the blockade here. So we'll maintain the blockade. Now if I take Appius and attack, we do get all those onager ships, and they can fire their onagers at the guys who are up in the town center, and I would think that's going to do a pretty decent amount of damage. That is a lot of javelins. It's like a concerning number of javelins. But I think we can soften these guys up enough with their fleet. So let's go ahead and try this. I'm going to control the large army. We'll bring the fleet in. Hopefully we can get some better troops back into the army with Sextus here pretty quickly. Alright. Let's start the deployment here and kind of see what we've got. Their town center is way in the heck up on that little plateau. That's crazy. That would be crazy easy to defend as well. That's pretty funny, actually. There's quite a few towers. Let's just kind of check our lines of attack here. So you'd have to come in right here. A little bit concerned about all the towers, because they can cause some pretty serious damage to me. I'm just going to kind of try and deploy everything outside the towers. We can use our spears to try and move in tower range. I'm going to save my javelins. Get my cavalry safe. Let's keep Appius safe. I would certainly not want to get him killed. I think my cavalry is like, yeah, they're way up on these rocks where they'll have to come back down. So let's stick them over here. Let's go ahead and start the battle. Let's see what we can use my reinforcing fleet to accomplish. We'll see whether or not the AI actually stays in there or comes after me.
Our reinforcements enter the fray.
Okay, I got all these ships coming in. I'm just going to kind of keep an eye on the AI forces. Go ahead and move all the way up over to here.
The enemy draws near.
The enemy, I don't think, will actually rush out towards me. I don't know. Let me see what all I can get with my artillery ships. I'm thinking about landing here and seeing if I can get some men up into their town center and take it away from them, because that would hurt their morale a little. Let's take these guys off fire at will. Let's pull my artillery ships up over here and see what kind of damage we can do to the enemy troops. We could try and kill the enemy general. Let's go ahead and fast forward for a second, get all of our ships moving in the right direction. My guys are trying to move through each other because of the way I click the attack orders. Destroying some of the towers certainly wouldn't hurt if I can get the right range on them. And I think I can pretty easily. Okay. Let's just get my artillery ships up into position. I'm going to actually sail all the way up in here. How close? It gets me fairly close to in range of their general. We could probably take out this tower. Let's go ahead. Yeah, I can't hit their general. We could try and kill some of their skirmishers. Their javelins are probably more deadly than the archer tower. Let's just see what we can do here, just for the heck of it. Let's see how many flaming onager shots we can drop on this. Seems a bit overkill. We didn't even get 10 kills with all those flaming onager shots. Come on, that definitely hit him. Still 110 men. That's a waste of ammo. AI gets a heck of a lot more kills on me. Yeah, I don't see how our guys are going to be super useful here. So I can't get far enough forward to hit their general. Thinking what to do next. Pretty sure that I told you to cease fire. In fact, I'm quite certain of it. You have no attack orders, so you shouldn't be firing. I guess I'll go ahead and fire one more volley, see if we can actually hit some of these guys. Kind of annoyed by how very little damage it's doing, so I'm going to just stop that. Go ahead and take the tower out of commission. And then the question is, do I want to land some of these ships behind the enemy to distract them? And we could bring my cavalry over here to cause some trouble too. Let's do that. I'm going to fast forward again for a moment. Okay, fast forward. Yeah, you really didn't need to come that far forward, and you're wasting ammo. Go ahead and turn around. Let's bring our cavalry over here and see if we can kill some of these javelin men. If we can kill a few of the javelin men, that'd be great. They have a ton of javelins. And they could actually throw them at me from up on that high ground position. Some of their javelin men are pulling back now. That's fine, actually. Let's take a few of these artillery ships forward, see if we can get within range of their general. Okay. Off fire at will. Off fire at will. attack these javelin men. Okay, got these ships as far forward as I can get them. The enemy general has moved out of range. I'm just going to attack these Nordic levy spears up here real quick. Yeah, if I can clear a path, let's go ahead and land these ships. We can consider landing my general up here eventually too, but yeah, there we go. We got rid of a few of their skirmishers for free right there. The spear unit actually took a couple of good hits. Okay, I want to just kind of be patient here and get the most out of this scenario. So attacking straight into those towers is definitely going to cause me a lot of damage. I can't get close enough to actually hit this tower with my artillery ships, I don't think. The spearman's just sitting there, but I mean my artillery ships aren't causing any real damage there either. Let's just save their ammo in case we end up with a better opportunity. What we could do is sail back over here in case the AI turns around here to try and stop my marines. And we'll see what happens. So I've got all my marines in to shore. Okay, those ships are going to back off the beach, and I should have a spot to land here in a moment. Actually going to go ahead and move up here into their town center, and I'll cover those marines with some of my horsemen. Okay, so we've got the naval landing underway. In terms of skirmishers, my Matiari should be able to best the enemy skirmishers over here. Especially if we use these guys to meat shield a little bit. Okay, this skirmisher popped up. I'm going to go attack it with my cavalry. There's two skirmishers there. And I think we'll catch them all, and I think my marines will make it up to the town center here. A little bit worried about this approaching Nordic brigade. Thinking I might actually take my scout equites and charge it. Charge the Nordic brigade so that they can't throw too many javelins. There's even more Nordic brigades coming down here, so let's go support with our infantry. Because our cavalry could get overwhelmed here in just a second. It's actually about to take a beating. My Maori and equites, though, is still alive. I may lose the scout equites here, but should be okay. Attack the spears. Let's see if we can kill these Nordic levy. My marines ought to kill them. These stupid Nordic brigands are living a lot longer than I'd like. This is not particularly going well for me at the moment, but this does open a way for me to get into the city. Yep, I've lost my brigands, and I'm going to end up losing most of my marines here. But, oh well, their sacrifice will not be forgotten. Well, it probably will, but not terribly quickly. We'll do as much damage as we can with these marines. The javelins are going to be the biggest danger to them. Just see how many of these units we can kill. The javelins incoming are just, it's awful. I'm eating a hailstorm of javelins. Nordic brigands, Nordic brigade. We need to break this Saxon spear unit real quick. It's already taking quite a bit of damage from my own spears. Let's just blob up on it and kill it real quick. The AI has mopped up my navy. This Saxon unit should break. It did.
The whole unit has been destroyed.
Okay, got my Mattiari pulled up. Let's get Appius up here. I can't get all my guys into shield wall. Spears retreat, spears retreat, spears retreat. There's routing units and it's keeping me from being able to put... There we go, I got into shield wall. So now my guys should be able to easily take on the infantry. Let's bring a couple of spearmen over here. Yeah, if the AI bum rushes me like this, their guys are going to die, and they're going to die bad. Let's try and kill the enemy general with a jab volley real quick. At least do some damage to him, maybe. We did very little. Apparently Nordic Levy are very, well, like very good missile block chance or something. Okay, yeah. Okay, so we threw away my navy. That was unfortunate. Oh, look, we have one unit left over. I didn't see it earlier. Oh, it's my general. It's my naval general. Okay, yeah, the AI is just throwing everything at my guys here. Let's bring Appius up here. Got my skirmishers. They're Nordic. Freaking skirmishers. Of course they'd still have ammo left. My guys are in shield wall. Now remember, I threw... Look at that. My guys are in shield wall, well armored, good health Roman units. Look what they're doing to them. Just look at this. They killed like nearly half my unit with a couple of volleys. Now remember, I threw 4 volleys worth of javelins at a Nordic levy and didn't get a single kill. Maybe 1 or 2 right here. Those guys were. So yeah, tell me... Someone was trying to say to me the other day that it's... there's no buffs for the units on Legendary, and yeah, right. That's all I have to say to that. Yeah, right. Okay, yeah, well, the enemy infantry is certainly going to die. I don't want these guys throwing any more javelins. Absolutely redonkulous. I'm going to go into Testudo, because that should give me a very good missile block chance. I'm still losing guys, though, even in the Testudo. Fairly rapidly, too. And those are just Nordic skirmishers. They're not anything special.
An entire unit has perished.
Okay, my naval general is actually going to get up onto the town center. Just going to have to absorb the skirmisher volleys. Yeah, look, in Testudo, attacking frontally, my guys have lost like 30, 40 men to those javelin men. And they have more javelin men coming up. Look how long their Nordic levy are lasting in combat here, too. It's kind of weird. Just going to fast forward so their guys die. I don't actually want to go over here with these spearmen. It's going to put me in range of the enemy tower, and they just have more javelins over there. There's a whole bunch more javelins and Nordic Brigade and all kinds of stuff back here, and I'm just going to be I'm going to take my time in approaching them. The reason I say that is because if I get hasty, they're just going to pepper me with tons and tons of javelins. I'd like to see some more of their guys die here. Their general is actually routing. Pepper him with some javelins upon retreat. Look at that. From behind, Nordic Levy took less damage from 4 Mattiari javelin volleys than I did from the front in Testudo. Nordic Levy took 2 volleys to kill 20 men with 4 of my guys into the back. They killed more than that frontally on a Testudo. Okay. As soon as these spear lines kind of break and go away permanently, which I really wish they would at this point. Come on already. Like I said, if I walk forward in any more of these javelins, it's just going to be an absolute slaughterhouse. Let's pull these ships back over here. Maybe I can get some of those javelins lined up for some artillery shots. Oh, geez. Testudo or not. These guys going to rout for good yet or what? Nordic Levy just keeps shattering and coming back, and that's after they've lost the point up here. You'd think the Nordic Levy would be in pretty rough shape at this point, especially with their general shattered off the battlefield.
The enemy refuses to admit defeat.
Yeah, I've noticed. How many more kills can these Nordic skirmishers get? Just look at them just mowing down Armigeri Defensores. Just a Nordic skirmisher. Testudo, no Testudo, just mows them down. Oi. This is why I don't typically play campaigns in Legendary. I'll tolerate a little bit of it, though. This campaign has been very, very fun. And although that kind of stuff does irritate me to no end, it's just, I guess it's the only way the AI will ever have a chance because they are so terrible. Okay, now AI is probably going to rush in with whatever they have left. All right, Nordic Brigade. You guys know that they have no block chance. Let's see what happens if they approach my Mattiari. Their guys just keep routing. Pepper 'em. I killed a bunch of my own guys with the javelins right there. That's good. Okay, I want to pull all these guys back, actually. Pull back, pull back, pull back. Oh, wow. That unit, look at that. Half the unit gone. Half the unit gone instantly. Yeah, one volley killed over half the unit when it got hit from behind. Let's see if we can... My guys are just going to javelin my own men in the back, though. That's the problem with this setup. It's just going to be suicide for my own guys. This unit's getting completely destroyed. Let me see if I can just run it away from all these javelins. Man, their Nordic skirmishers are going to be getting insane kills. They've got another Nordic skirmisher back there. Good grief. I'm going to try and get these spears over here and capture that tower while I mop up the rest of their infantry. And let's pull some of these guys out of the shield wall. This is insane. Just how many kills they're getting in my Armigeri here in the late game. Okay, all their guys are finally starting to rout. They should have routed a long time ago with the loss of the town center. There we go. All right. That was a bit of a screwy battle. Can't say I enjoyed that one a whole lot. I mean, the loss of the Navy was my fault. It was stupid. But just the number. Look at this. 202 kills. 116, 123, 134. I didn't know those guys were such good skirmishers. But, yeah. Anyway, whatever. Get your face stabbed. Enjoy it. Appius says you're welcome, and Appius is going to take a crapius on your face. All right. We are going to occupy, and we now control all of Britannia Superior. And our allies and I are in good shape to take the rest of the islands. We will be able to train Legio and Mattiari soon, which will be quite good. We can convert the town center. We have a religious building on the way. That needs to be torn down. We have a forum, and we can start building the auditorium. And I'm trying to think. We probably ought to build a food market up here because we could make iron, but I'm not worried about extra iron at the moment. Let's go ahead and do the food market. So we'll put another forum in. We can build some fields out here. I'm not sure I want those upgraded all the way. Let's knock that down a notch. Chieftain's Hall has got to go. And what is this? Military jetties. Don't need a military jetty here. We could repair the farmstead and convert it, so we'll try that. And let's see what else we need. Probably another field. I'll wait till the next turn, though, and we'll build another field there. So that's all the time I have for this episode. Hope you all enjoyed it. HeirofCarthage signing out for now.